Hey there, this is Sandy Sills, and I'm a licensed realtor here in Central Florida, and I do a lot of Airbnb properties. And we are now in a very crazy market. This is June of 2021. We're in a very crazy market, and I want to talk to you about Airbnb. It's so funny because Airbnb is really a short-term rental property, right? But if I use the word short-term rental, people have no idea what I'm talking about. Like, what's a short-term rental? So just like Kleenex took over for tissue, right? Tissues, instead of saying, can I have a tissue? People say, can I have a Kleenex? Xerox took over for copies. So instead of saying, I'm going to copy these, they're like, I'm going to get a few Xerox on these, right? So it's funny how a term can take over an industry. And Airbnb seem to have taken over the short-term rental industry. So people don't even say short-term rental anymore. They say Airbnb. And that's why we have to go by Airbnb. Even though there are different sites that facilitates short-term rentals, such as Verbio and HomeAway and Owners Homes and Home Swap and all these other different sites, Airbnb tend to be the one that reigns. Now, right now we're in a very competitive market, right? I have several clients. They're looking to find properties that is zoned for Airbnb here in the Central Florida area, close to Disney World, and they're having a hard time doing so. But today, that is not what my topic is. Today's topic is I want to talk to you about once you get a Airbnb property, how do you maintain that property? You need to be close to the property that you purchase. There are property management companies that also will manage the property for you. But I don't want to talk about the property management on a whole. I want to talk about you and your own, when you own your own property you're using for Airbnb or short-term rental, right? How do you maintain it? In today's world, there's so much technology right now that you could literally be anywhere in the world and use an app. And as long as you have Wi-Fi connection, you could actually look at your property, change the thermostat up, down, or whichever way you want to go, let somebody in, send someone a code to get access to the property, and all these great stuff. There's also something called Noiseware, that you could install in your property. And this particular device helps you determine if there's a party going on. So if there's a party going on, it will give you the volume of the noise that's in the property at that time. So you could tell, even if you're in California and you own property in Florida, you will know there's a party going on at the very minute the party starts. Isn't that cool? So technology has made it so much easier to maintain the property. And now there are also different websites that you could use to assign house cleaners, right? So you could have a regular house cleaner, or if that house cleaner quit on you and you're in, say you're in New York and your property is in Florida and your house cleaner just quit, there's so much different websites that you could go to now and get a local house cleaner to clean your home. You could do your own bookings if you'd like, or we have sites like Gusty, and what Guesty does, it gives you the ability to schedule, not just to schedule your calendar, right, so book things on Airbnb, but there's also a part of Guesty that gives you the ability to answer guest questions without you having to take the time to do so, right? So let's say a guest was trying to book your property and they wanted to know if you had a grill. They could send a question over and Guesty will answer it for you. So in today's society, it's becoming more and more easier to self-manage a property from wherever you are, right? The only thing you will need to do is to have an handy guy, right? So if there's an emergency, like the toilet overflooded or the guest lost the keys, and you shouldn't be using keys in this day and age. I would hope everyone that's on an Airbnb and does not live near the property has remote locks. So all you gotta do is send them a code to unlock the door. Now, what I do with my properties, I also have a lock box right at the door with the front door key in it. So just in case the software does not work or anything for that matter happens, I could give the guest a code to get into the lock box to get that emergency key. So let's say they lost the emergency key, right? So you need to have a locksmith nearby. However, there's so many websites you could also go to get these handy people, like a locksmith or AC guy or all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people that are away, they also have their house cleaners change the AC filters for them. And they'll have an AC company that goes in every 6 months to maintain the air conditioning units. So it's becoming so much better to self-manage your Airbnb now more than ever. We sell a tremendous amount of Airbnb properties. We also do that ourselves, and we definitely self-manage, right? And a lot of these things can be taken care of with technology. So all you got to do is make sure you have a website that you could go to get a house cleaner, to get house cleaners. Make sure you're taking advantage of all these different software systems, like the software system that could answer all your guest questions without you having to take time out to answer their questions. Software systems to check in and check out. They go in, they put their code in, they check into the home immediately. Their software system to turn the pool heat on or off, right? Because sometimes you might have a pool and the pool heat is at an additional cost. So you don't want the heat to be turned on unless someone paid for it. So you could also automate that as well. So in the world of all these automation, it's so easy for you to self-manage your own property and make it more profitable. A lot of times the reason why Airbnb or short-term rental property won't be profitable is because of all the property management fees that they charge, right? They charge a lot. And some property management companies are very good. They deserve every penny that they make, but then some of them are not that great. And sometimes you don't always have a good experience. And sometimes they charge you more than they really should be charging, or they just jack the price up. Like if they call the plumber and the plumber really charge $200, they'll tell you $400 instead, some even $500. So to kind of level the play field on that, technology has become so great where you don't necessarily need a property management company to manage your property, even if you're not close to the property. Right? We are a source of information for that, and we don't charge for this information at all. It's funny because people typically call me and say, oh, we thought you were a coach for Airbnb, or we thought you were, you charge people for all the information that you give. No, we do not. We are real estate agents, and we would hope you use us if you're looking to buy a property or invest in a property for Airbnb or short-term rental. That's what our goal is. But we also give a lot of information for free because we're in the space, we're in the area, and we understand how that works, right? We also have stagers that we work with, that is able to stage out the property for you in a theme, or we have from inexpensive stagers to very luxurious stagers based upon where you are in that department that could stage out your property for you. There are booking companies that we also work with that would help you to book the property, but it's not a property management company. All they do is book the property, and most of them charge 10% per booking, right? And with no additional cost. So that means they're the ones that would put it on Airbnb, Verbio, Booking.com, on all the other websites that is used for short-term rental. So again, my name is Sandy. If you're looking to buy or invest, or you're thinking that maybe we should get a property in the Disney area or near a beach in Florida or something like that, I will definitely be able to help you. If you already have a Airbnb and you're trying to figure out the best way to go, should I self-manage, should I not self-manage, what would be the best thing to do, you could definitely set up a consultation with us, and we will be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Again, I'm here if you need any questions answered.
Introducing the Knock Home Swap, a new way to buy a house before selling your old one. Here's how it works. First, we get you approved for a new home loan. That way you can start making stronger offers on the houses you love. We'll even lend you the down payment on your new home so you can buy right away without worrying about your equity being tied up in your old house. Once you've bought your new home, we advance you up to 6 months of mortgage payments on the old house so you never have to pay 2 mortgages at the same time. Finally, we offer you up to $25,000 in prepaid home prep funds so you can sell your house for top dollar. And with a dedicated support team, we're there every step of the way to make sure your house sells as quickly as possible. We've spent a lot of time improving the real estate experience to give you more certainty, convenience, and cost savings. And we think that makes our home swap the best possible way to buy and sell a home. Find out more from your Knox certified agent today.